The increasing use of cannabis has sparked intense debate over its long-term effects, particularly regarding dependency and mental health risks. While many view cannabis as a relatively harmless substance, often advocating for its medicinal and recreational use, emerging medical research paints a more troubling picture. Doctors and addiction specialists are raising alarms about the dangers of cannabis dependency, particularly when it comes to withdrawal and the heightened risk of psychosis. This concern is not just hypothetical. Real cases show that individuals who have used cannabis regularly and then attempt to quit may experience severe mental health complications, some of which can have lasting consequences. Cannabis withdrawal is often dismissed as mild compared to substances like alcohol or opioids, but this misconception can lead to underestimating its risks. Many users who stop consuming cannabis experience intense anxiety, mood swings, insomnia, irritability, and cognitive difficulties. However, in some cases, the withdrawal process can trigger far more severe psychiatric effects, including paranoia, hallucinations, and even full-blown psychotic episodes. Studies suggest that long-term cannabis use alters brain chemistry in ways that may not be fully reversible. And when the drug is suddenly removed, the brain struggles to regain equilibrium. This can lead to a sharp increase in vulnerability to mental disorders, particularly in individuals already predisposed to conditions like schizophrenia. One of the most concerning aspects is that psychosis linked to cannabis withdrawal may not be temporary. While some symptoms subside after the body adjusts, in certain cases, they can persist, leading to chronic mental health issues. Medical professionals warn that frequent cannabis use, especially high-potency strains with elevated THC levels, significantly increases the likelihood of developing lasting psychiatric disorders. The growing strength of cannabis available today, compared to past decades, makes this risk even more pressing. With the normalization of cannabis use, particularly among young adults, the potential for long-term harm is often downplayed. Many users believe that because it is a plant-based substance, it must be safe. But this assumption ignores the complex neurological effects cannabis has, particularly on developing brains. Another critical issue is the lack of awareness among users about these dangers. Many individuals who become dependent on cannabis only realize the extent of their addiction when they attempt to quit and experience withdrawal symptoms. Unlike substances with clearly defined withdrawal syndromes, cannabis withdrawal is often overlooked or dismissed, leading users to struggle without proper support. Furthermore, the increased commercialization and legalization of cannabis in various regions contribute to a false sense of security, making it even harder to communicate the potential dangers effectively. As more evidence emerges, the need for better education and support systems becomes clear. Medical professionals stress that individuals considering cannabis use, especially on a regular basis, should be fully aware of the risks. For those already dependent, quitting should not be attempted without medical guidance, particularly if they have a history of mental health issues. While cannabis may have legitimate medicinal applications, its widespread recreational use comes with significant risks that cannot be ignored. The consequences of dependency and withdrawal, particularly in relation to psychosis, should serve as a strong warning that cannabis is not as harmless as many believe.